Greetings, music geeks, audiophiles, and juggalos. My name is Jimmy, and you are listening to the Weekly Waltz, Episode 1. I'm excited beyond words to finally get this podcast up and running, after several weeks of planning and otherwise making sure that it would suit the needs of you at home. So thanks for listening if you are. And if you're not, I'd really like to figure out how you're hearing this. Well, I thought I'd start off by explaining a little bit about what we've got going on here. I started thinking about making a podcast about probably a year ago, and most times it would pop in my head and leave and then come back, and I'd just kind of brush it off. But more and more I'd start to think about how beneficial it would be. For instance, I'm currently attending a music college right now, studying music production, and every few days I'll be scrolling through Facebook or Twitter, and I'll see a friend of mine or a colleague post a new song that they made. And even after a few hours on a lot of these posts, I find that most of the attention that they're getting are from close friends and relatives and the occasional, onlooking bored person. And unless they're promoting it otherwise or hire somebody to get their name out there for them, that's about it. So I've been seeing this more and more consistently. So basically my overall goal, I guess, for the podcast is to provide a space where those people and other independent artists can send in their songs to be broadcasted to the public in one convenient place, as well as the fact that it will bring more opportunity for those artists to connect to their fans. If they come on the show as a guest for a week and play games and just talk about the one love that we all share here, which is music. Starting out, you may notice that most of the artists that I'm playing songs from will be centralized in either Minneapolis or Chicago. But as we get the wheels turning a little bit, hopefully we'll be able to spread out and play some music from artists around the world. So that's the gist of it. I really hope it continues to grow every week, and I hope all of you guys listening and enjoy it as much as I enjoy making it. So if you have a band or a group and you want to send us music to play during a future episode, or you're involved in the music industry otherwise and you're interested in guest hosting, please shoot me an email to theweeklywaltz@gmail.com. Your songs and support are what keeps this show going each week. So once again, that's theweeklywaltz@gmail.com. Alright, so today we have a special guest here on the show for episode 1. And do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure, Jimmy. My name's Andy Henriksen, and I'm an audio engineer in Minneapolis here.
So what kind of projects are you working on right now?
Currently, I am working on quite a few different ones. I'm doing a local metal band called Grave Slave. And then I'm also mixing a project I did in June. It's a band called Exotic Go-Go. They're the house band at this local tiki bar called Psycho Susie's.
Nice.
And that is going well. What else am I doing? I'm also helping produce and record, engineer Jimmy's EP.
Yours truly.
Working on. And I also do some self-producing of my own material, which I call Cloud Drifter.
Nice. Awesome. That sounds like a pretty big load for you. You got your plate filled.
Yeah, that's all I do.
All right, well, one last question for you, Andy, and this is going to be a pretty regular question of any guest that we have on the show, and that is, what is your favorite color?
I'd say my favorite color is green.
Green, okay. You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, just making sure. All right.
So I can guess myself.
All right, so today on the show, we got a great one planned for you. As far as artists, we're going to be playing some Lampshade Betty for you. We're going to be playing Transducer. And then after that, we got Leith coming up, Rachel Kline, and we're going to sum up the show today with some Coola. So,
cool.
We got some pretty good music planned up here today. And, along down the show, I'm going to be talking with Andy about the latest in music news and some music banter stuff, just talking about the industry, and then we're gonna be playing a game towards the end of the show. Are you ready for that, Andy?
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing a game.
Cool. Let's do it. Let's get this thing rolling.
Sweet. Well, all right. So today we're gonna start off the show with a song from Lampshade Betty. And it is off their EP that came out a few months ago. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I got a good friend, Benny Schreiner, in that band, and they're a really great local artists. They're pretty kind of hard rock, kind of borderline metal stuff, but I'll let you guys decide that for yourself. So here we go with some Lampshade Betty. right, that was Take It All by Lampshade Betty, and that was produced by Jacoby Fyland. So what did you think of that, Andy?
I thought that was really good. Yeah. It was very, it had a groovy riff at the beginning, which definitely. I really liked. And then
it was really fun.
I thought it kind of like sounded like Velvet Revolver, if any of you have heard of them.
Yeah.
mixed with like 80s thrash metal, like Iron Maiden or something. It's awesome.
Totally.
And maybe a little Dio in there, hopefully.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wrote down here that I really like actually the just the drums throughout the entire song. They were like really punchy and in your face, but they sat really well with the rest of the song. I mean, just from a production standpoint. I thought that they were really well blended and everything like that. And,
very punchy.
Totally.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Good production.
The breakdown part in the middle was really cool with the guitar solo, very melodic and everything like that. I really like the incorporation that they did there.
Yes, that was definitely like straight up thrash guitar solo. It was awesome.
That was my impression of Lampshade Betty. You're welcome, Benny. All right.
Where are those guys from again?
They are from the St. Paul, Minneapolis, Twin Cities area.
Okay.
They play shows pretty often in the area. I don't know of any in particular that are coming up. I wasn't alerted of any, but I'm sure if you look up their name, you can definitely find out where they're playing. And again, that's Lampshade Betty. All right, so next on the agenda, we're going to be getting into some music news here. So first on the list, we got the new Weird Al album, Mandatory Fun, was released on July 15th. It is his 14th studio album to date, and it's completely self-produced, actually. And this one contains the new spoofs Foil, which covers Lord's Royals, Word Crimes, covering Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines, Tacky, covering Pharrell's Happy, and Inactive, covering Imagine Dragons' Radioactive. And I mean, if you know Weird Al, you know that he's got some great videos coming along with that, and he's already got at least like 5 of them out right now. And the thing that's really great about that is that all of the videos that he has out for this new album have come from different places. So the music video for Tacky was produced by Nerdist Industries. Word Crimes was a kinetic typography video by Jarrett Heather. Foil was released by College Humor, Handy by Yahoo Screen. And Sports Song, which is like a parody of, just generic college sports marches, football games, that was released by Funny or Die. And he's got other music videos that came out recently. I didn't have time to look all of them up, but, it's Weird Al, it has to be mentioned.
It's good stuff, yeah. I especially love the video for Tacky. I don't know if it's...
That was really good.
I haven't seen Pharrell's Happy music video.
Yeah.
Is it just a parody of the video as well?
I think it's not. It's kind of a parody of the video itself.
Because it's different.
A whole bunch of people dancing
and singing the song. That
exactly.
Isn't the artist, yeah.
Yeah, and then I know the Weird Al version. It's all one shoot, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I think it was just a continuous shot.
Just a continuous. That's cool. Yeah. That's very cool.
Yep. So next on the list, Get On Up, the new James Brown biopic, is going to be released on September 26th with Mick Jagger as the producer. The movie is going to, it's said to be giving an in-depth and fearless look at the musician's whole life, including, as NME quotes, an alleged addiction to angel dust mixed with cocaine in his Cools cigarettes.
That's awesome.
So we'll be looking forward to that. I'm definitely going to be looking at that. James Brown was definitely a character, as we all know.
That's dangerous. That's awesome.
But I'm definitely looking forward to that movie. And next up, we got Dave Grohl recently remarked that the singer Lord's music, who Weird Al, we just learned, had covered her song. Her music gives Dave Grohl hope for the future of pop music, stating that when he first heard Royals, it was sandwiched between all the other stripper pop, and that when he had talked to the artist, he told her face to face that when I had first heard your song on the radio and my kids sang along, I felt like there was hope for my kids to grow up in an environment which is more than just superficial. Lord also recently made a guest appearance at Nirvana's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony with Grohl singing lead vocals in place of the late singer Kurt Cobain, rest in peace, performing Nirvana's All Apologies.
Yeah, did you see that performance?
I actually didn't see it yet. I was going to check it out after I pulled up the links for this news, but I had something else come up, and I'm going to check it out soon.
Yeah, you better.
Was it really good?
It was cool.
It was cool.
I don't know if it was really cool, but it was good.
Yeah, I know you also had like Joan Jett or something like that, didn't he?
Yeah, and Kim Gordon.
Kim Gordon, awesome.
Also did that. That was...
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but Andy's a pretty big Nirvana head. He has a tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, so I love Nirvana.
He knows everything that I don't. But all right, Cool. Well, that's it for music news today. And next up on the song agenda, we have a song called No Control from Transducer. They are also a Minneapolis-based group. And this was produced by Rye Dill of the group. And here we go with No Control.
Sweet nostalgia seems to have me fooled again. Reminiscing, beckoned by the thoughts of way back when. Valiant effort doesn't ever serve to make them clear like they were then. It was just 6 hours earlier when I got lost in a picture. I guess I've been thinking again. Time, where does it go? I try to rewind, but maybe I'm starting to find there's no control. And when you start from where you will end up, how you have to go. Just no control. You think time won't fly, and then it runs dry like a river flows with no control. Look at you then, gazing out through time's window pane. Wish you could see me in what you're looking like today. I'd yell it out here, but you won't hear. There's so much advice that you can't take. I would just call you on the telephone. I can't go 'cause you're not at home. Yeah, so what, I'm drinking again. Time, where does it go? I try to rewind, but lately I'm starting to find there's no control. And when you start from where you will end up, how you have to go. Just no control. You think time won't fly, and then it runs dry like a river flows with no control.
That was Transducer with No Control. That was quite the funky, fresh happening thing going on there. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was very smooth stuff there. I loved the bass sound.
Yes, actually, fun fact, I when I was talking to the guy who sent me the track from the group Rye Dill, he was the one who produced it as well. But what I know from him, he actually goes to my school, or went, I don't know if he still goes, but he is actually a bass player. So you can definitely tell that, you know,
Yeah.
the bass was pushed up really good, and you can tell it was produced by a bass player because
Yeah.
it wasn't overpowering at all. It
was more up front than...
It was really up front. It drove the whole song right in the pocket the entire time.
Right, yeah, I was going to say that.
It was so great.
It had a very 90s like flavor to it, which
Absolutely.
I love anything and everything from the 90s, except for maybe new metal.
Yeah, exactly. It was really melodic. I really liked the arrangements that were in the entire song. Really overall, just a really flavorful, zesty piece you got going on there.
Yeah, I take that back about new metal. I do like some of it.
Yeah.
Like Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
No, I'm just kidding. I like Limp Bizkit. The wah-wah guitar, of course.
Yes, wah-wah guitar. Good. Vocalist was amazing.
Yeah, he had some
he was
cool,
a very
cool
good
stuff.
Guy. Yeah. All right, on to the next thing here. So we're going to be talking about a topic here in the music industry that is a very, I guess it's not really a controversial topic, but it's something that's definitely, I guess, worth addressing, you know, since we're both producers and, you know, musicians. And I've heard it said a couple times and discussed a couple times, but I've never, you know, really had an in-depth discussion about it with, you know, somebody. And that is the topic of when you have a song that's popular or, you know, that's in pop music, whether it's in pop music or kind of, you know, outside of pop music, whether it's on, you know, the top, you know, 50 charts or whatever, what have you. Just because it's popular, does that mean it's good?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Sometimes. No.
Yeah, I definitely, I mean... So when you think about like a chart-topping song like Royals or Pharrell's Happy, you know, you listen to it and those are actually really good songs. They're really well thought out. Pharrell's a great producer, great arranger, and everything like that. And you can tell that he put a lot of work into it, and so did Lord, and you know, and just any other, you know, single that you can think of that's like that. And you can tell that the artist has put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
And then there's people like Robin Thicke, where like I look at, you know, his Wikipedia page and the process of him writing Blurred Lines, and literally I saw a quote in there from him that said, "Yeah, I was sitting in the studio with my producer and we wrote the song in like a half hour, and we were just kind of thinking about it as like being two old grumpy guys on the porch hollering at, you know, catcalling at women."
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's pretty cool, actually. When you can write a song that fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes it turns... I like Blurred Lines, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Robin Thicke... I don't know about that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think... I mean...
I think a better example would be, like... Britney Spears. That's too old. What's more relevant? God, I don't even listen to the top 40.
Yeah, I don't either.
Just like... What's man, I don't know. Kesha?
Kesha, sure.
Does she write her own songs?
I doubt it.
Yeah, like any like those pop people that don't write their own songs.
Right.
I mean, they're just a product, and the music that they're singing and playing and recording is all. I mean, it sounds good. Mm-hmm. And the production quality is high.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's candy coated, you know. It's made to sound good. It's made for the public.
Right. It's made to be consumed.
Exactly.
And all the songs are very easily accessible. Mm-hmm. And I think the songwriters writing it, I think they put thought into that.
Yeah.
And they wrote it so it was accessible. So I think the songwriters are great.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But
yeah,
I think the songs lack depth and
creativity
and personal feeling.
Exactly.
Which is really what music should be about.
Right, and I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression as like we're, you know, downing pop music or something like that, because I'm completely open. I love pop music. I like popular sounding music. I like, you know, the really uppity stuff. We're just kind of talking about the whole realm of it where these artists will just kind of get discovered by these talent scouts for record companies, and they don't really look at them as somebody who they want to sign onto the record label as a talent. They are looking for somebody who has maybe an okay voice or somebody that they think that would be, you know, a nice idol in the public eye to like a group of teenagers or something like that.
Right.
So
they're all like chosen to satisfy a target market that the record labels have, and
exactly.
a lot of the reasons like a lot of these songs are popular is because of how much money the record labels, the major ones, there's only like what 3 left, but how much money they put into the advertising of it.
Yeah.
And you know, and how they get it onto a Clear Channel.
Right.
And Clear Channel owns 90% of all radio.
Yeah, and I think people are actually starting to recognize that more and more now. I mean, like, when you look at people like Macklemore, he did that whole speech at the Grammys when he accepted his award about, you know, supporting local record labels and everything like that, and how he put out his album completely on his own and everything like that. And, you know, people support that, people listen to that, and I think that's getting the word out to people who may not talk as much or look into it as much as us musicians and, you know, music supporters. You know what I mean? So
right, yeah.
I think
he
it's
was so
definitely
huge that when he said stuff, you know. But big bands have. There's always been the big bands that have just gone against the music industry wholeheartedly.
Exactly.
So hopefully things will change, but
we'll see. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
Well, that was a great discussion, my friend. I really enjoyed talking with you about the music industry.
Yeah.
And the way that it is right now. With pop music. All right. So, next up on the agenda, we have a man from Chicago, the Chicagoland area. His name is Ian Leith, and he has a full album out of songs. I don't know how long ago he released it or whatever, but this one is kind of, it's like a Spanish classical guitar type song, and it's called King Louie. So we're going to go and listen to Ian Leith with King Louie, and this is self-produced, completely self-produced album. So
cool.
let's take a listen to it. Andy, am I crazy?
Is this scripted?
Did I just listen to a guy from Chicago named Ian Leith? Because I could swear that I just played the Gypsy Kings.
Yeah, it was very Latin flavored.
It was pretty awesome.
Not just flavored, it was Latin
Yeah.
music there.
That
It
was
had definitely some flamenco stuff going on.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
it
That
was
that
awesome.
was on like the same production level, and I mean like, okay, so I listened to a lot of Gypsy Kings growing up, and that was indirectly because my dad was a big Gypsy Kings fan, and he listened to them all the time in the car. He had a whole iPod full of them. I don't know. I was a weird kid. I had a weird childhood. Okay, don't judge.
That sounds like a good childhood.
But
I don't even know who the Gypsy
that
Kings
to
are.
me sounded on the exact same level production wise and just sound wise as some of their stuff. It's like some of their best stuff, and that completely blew me away because before putting this on I had only heard like maybe halfway through the song, but I actually listened to the whole song, and with the break and the hand claps and everything like that, the layer of guitars was just unbelievable. I couldn't even tell where they were coming from at times.
Yeah, it was very, very complex piece of music. Very beautiful, though.
Yeah, really beautiful. Yeah. All right, next up we have a song from Rachel Kline off of her latest EP entitled Demons. And the song is called Therapy. And this was produced over on the East Coast in Virginia, I believe, by a guy named Dan Abb. His last name is A-B-H, Abb, I believe. So she's kind of in between the Twin Cities and the East Coast in Virginia right now. She kind of goes in between. I believe she's out there for the summer right now, but she definitely plays shows very occasionally. So go and try to check her out if you enjoy this song. And here we go with Rachel Kline with Therapy.
They say I should go to therapy. Well, I guess I'm fucking crazy. They don't know how crazy I can be. 'Cause I don't wanna go to therapy, 'cause then it'll all be real to me. And real is not where I wanna be. So throw out all your books and don't try and diagnose me. 'Cause there's no way now. Go to therapy, 'cause I guess I'm just too sad. But only time will dry my tears. Say I should go to therapy, it wouldn't be half bad. I say, all I need is a few years. So do the simple math and get it through your head. 'Cause 1 + 1 is 10.
So I thought that one kind of had it was kind of a raw recording sound. It was cool though.
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
really fit the song and the lyrics well.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely liked that approach from the producer's standpoint. That was really cool. I like how he just didn't sugarcoat it, didn't overproduce or anything like that, just kept it raw. I think that's the best sound for her. And I definitely, for me, right off the bat, the upright bass caught my attention right away, and it's...
Yeah, the upright bass was cool.
That totally, it's pushed back enough where you can kind of go unnoticed through your first listen through the song, but it was pretty awesome. It took me for a ride.
The lyrics were very good, too. I thought the lyrics were what really stuck out.
Yeah, definitely. She's a great songwriter. I actually had her in a songwriting class last year.
Oh, cool.
And
what was she like?
She's really good songwriter. I had, we had a few assignments, and all of the assignments that we had, they were, all of her stuff was really catchy and everything like that. So I think that, good stuff.
Yeah, no, it was like a fun take on like an angry song.
Yes, absolutely.
Is what I wrote down while I was listening to it.
Yeah.
What's next?
All right. Well, next up on the agenda.
Did you ever just want to break the rules though? Don't
break
do
the
it.
Rules.
Just follow the agenda.
Next up, we're gonna play a game, Andy, and I think I told you about this beforehand, but basically I have a series of 10 music trivia questions, and some of them are easier, some of them are harder. I guess that's up to you. Some of them could be really easy for you and really hard for me. It's kind of all big jumble of questions. But after that, do you see this lovely cassette holder on my wall here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's full of not 1,000, 100 cassettes, and they're all unmarked and everything. None of them have names on them or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't see them. Can you see them, Andy? Can you see any of the names on the cassettes?
No, yeah, they're all blank.
Okay, they're all blank. And
looks like bootlegs.
if you have 6 or more correctly answered,
okay,
then you get to have your way with this thing on the wall here, and you pick one record or one cassette up from the wall, and you can't look at them. You have to pick one, and it could be anything from Ziggy Marley to a bootleg of Quiet Riot.
So this is kind of like a house cleaning thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of shit. So let's go ahead and do this.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
All right, Andy, are you ready for the extreme music quiz go around?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go. Question number 1.
Okay.
What Michael Jackson album had 5 chart-topping singles? Was it A, Thriller, B, Off the Wall, C, Bad, or D, Forever Michael?
I'm gonna say Thriller. Is that right?
It is not right.
Damn it, is it bad?
It was bad. It was C, Bad. Question number 2. What jazz trumpeter was dubbed as the Prince of Darkness? A, Louis Armstrong, B, Miles Davis, C, Dizzy Gillespie, or D, Roy Eldridge?
I'm gonna say Miles Davis.
You got that one right. It was Miles Davis.
Damn.
All right, question number 3. What did Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen lose in a 1984 auto accident? A, an arm, B, a leg, C, a finger, or D, an ear?
E, his virginity.
Well, that's
lying.
inappropriate.
I'm lying.
That's inappropriate.
It was A, his arm.
It was A, his arm. That is correct. All right, next question. Who was the producer of the album Let It Be by the Beatles? Was it A, George Martin, B, Paul McCartney, C, Phil Spector, or D, Giles Martin?
Phil Spector.
That is correct. All right, and the next question. What is the minimum number of musicians a band must have to be considered a big band? Is it A, 12, B, 5, C, 20, or D, 10?
Like a big band from like the 40s
Yes,
and
a big band.
50s. Probably. What was the numbers? 12, 5,
20, 10.
20.
20 is incorrect. It's 10.
Oh, 10.
10 is the minimum number. What 1976 chart-topping song did Barry Manilow sing but not write? Was it A, Copacabana, B, I Write the Songs, C, Can't Smile Without You, or D, Mandy?
B.
B is correct. He did not write that song. He did not write I Write the Songs.
Yeah.
What a liar.
I've heard that one before.
What a liar. All right. Who originally wrote the song House of the Rising Sun? A. Bob Dylan, B. Joan Baez, C. The Animals, or D. Unknown?
D. Unknown.
That is correct. It is a traditional folk song. Nobody knows the original writer.
I can't pronounce that.
What is Jay-Z's real name? A. John Carter, B. Sean Carter, C. Devon Carter, or D. Adam Smith?
I think what was C?
Devon Carter.
What was B?
Sean Carter.
It was B.
That is correct. It is Sean Carter. All right, 2 more questions, and then we'll be done.
Finally, jeez.
Sugar We're Going Down and Dance Dance appear on which Fall Out Boy album? Was it A. From Under the Cork Tree, B. Folie à Deux, I don't know if I pronounced that right, C.
Well, how am I supposed to know?
I don't know, you're like the Fall Out Boy guy here, aren't you?
Am I?
I don't know. C.
We'll
Infinity on High, or D. Save Rock and Roll?
The first one.
That is correct. From Under the Cork Tree.
That's right. I am the Fall Out Boy here.
You are the Fall Out Boy.
I'm not.
They made their band around you, Andy.
That sucks.
All right, last question.
Sucks so much.
Electronic producer Skrillex created a collaboration song in 2013 with members from which classic rock band? Was it A. The Beatles, B. Led Zeppelin, C. The Doors, or D. Pink Floyd?
Oh, really? That he did?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna say. What was C?
The Doors.
I'm gonna go with that.
The Doors is correct. It was for a movie actually called Regeneration. They had a whole bunch of modern electronic producers, and they teamed them up with older
gentlemen.
Yep, exactly. From different genres. Actually, there was some country, there was some jazz. They teamed
cool.
up Mark Ronson with Erykah Badu. Actually, that was pretty sweet.
That is awesome.
But yeah,
both those guys are sweet.
Yep. Ray and Robbie teamed up with Skrillex, and they walked around LA and then did a song together.
That's cool.
So yeah.
What's this called? What was the soundtrack?
Regeneration is the movie.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I gotta look that up.
Regeneration. Yeah, I have all the songs, so I'll give it to you later.
I'll buy it.
Okay. All right. So
But seriously,
you got, out of 10 questions, you got 8 correct. That is unbelievable. So you have to go pick up a cassette from off the wall. Go.
Okay, I'll do it.
Take your way with it.
Looks like I got a replacements bootleg of Stink.
Awesome.
And sorry, Ma, forgot to take out the trash. I'm excited, actually.
Yeah,
I heard Stink was a good thing.
Well, awesome. I'm glad you're happy with your cassette.
I'll
With
listen to it in my car.
With your random cassette
Yeah.
from off the wall.
Thanks, Jimmy.
That's what I'm going to call this segment. Off the wall.
Off the wall.
I'm going to whisper every time I say
Jimmy
off the wall.
Bird.
Off the wall. All right, last up today, we have a song here from a group, I guess. It's more of a project located in Chicago from a guy who goes under the stage name of Villa Coola. And he just put out this EP of 5 songs. So this one that we're about to play for you is called Joon. That's Joon. So here we go. It's a really chill song, and it's all by Villa Coola.
Build a house, build it up, build it out, give it room. And if August hits, you still wish I didn't exist. Maybe no worse off than we are.
All right, and we're back. That was Villa Coola, a band, group, project from Chicago, with Joon. What did you think of that, Andy?
I like that a lot. That was probably my favorite track of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was very unique. I liked how the chords at the beginning were just like hanging on to the last second to change.
That was really cool.
Or like strum again. That was really nice.
Really held back.
And the second half of that tune is just so good. It goes into like a AM radio effect on the guitar.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and then the backwards cymbal hits.
Oh, at the very end.
That was so cool.
Yeah, that was cool. His voice though, like when he goes up high in the second, is just was definitely my favorite part.
Yeah.
It gives it a whole nother feeling.
Right.
And in a good way, and it really like sticks with you.
Yeah, I really liked through the whole song that the falsetto in his voice was like really spot on. I was really surprised at how well he could hit those notes, and I was even more surprised that he went even higher to hit the harmonies.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive, so props to you, sir. I can't do that.
I can't even sing, so.
Yeah, I really like songs like that are really chill. You know, they just make a really great song to, just wrap up the podcast here. So that is the last of our 5 songs here for the week. First song you heard was by Lampshade Betty. It was a song Take It All off of their demo tape EP. And you can go find Lampshade Betty at facebook.com/lampshadebetty and soundcloud.com/lampshadebetty. That second song you heard was by a band called Transducer, and you can go and check out their song No Control, which we played today, at soundcloud.com/transducer-1. And the third song you heard was by a guy named Ian Leith, and you can go and check out his music at ianleith.bandcamp.com. We just heard the song King Louie off of his album Adventus. And you can go visit him at Bandcamp or at facebook.com/IanLeith. That's IANLEITH. So go check him out. The fourth person we heard today was Rachel Kline. You can go and check out her music at rachelkline.bandcamp.com, or you can head on over to Facebook and like her page at facebook.com/RachelKlineMusic. And the song we heard from her was Therapy, and that was off of her Demons EP. So please go check out her music. She's got some great stuff coming up. And we topped off the night or day or morning or wherever you guys, whatever time you guys are listening to, topped it off with Villa Coola. And you can go check them out at soundcloud.com/Villa Coola. And we heard the song Joon, Joon, from Villa Coola. So, thank you, Andy, for stopping by. I really enjoyed my time hanging out with you, talking music.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks to all of you at home listening to this, wherever you may be listening to this. I don't even know where you're listening to this right now because I haven't even put it up. But thank you regardless. I really hope you enjoyed the 5 songs from these local, I guess they're local, more independent artists. And yeah, I'll be back next week with a new batch of songs for you guys and a new co-host. So please stay tuned. And if you are a band out there or an artist and you have music that you want to submit to me, please do so and send it off to theweeklywaltz@gmail.com. If you are a person who wants to come on as a co-host, please also email me at the same place, and I will be glad to talk to you about it. So thank you so much for all you guys listening today. Your support is what keeps us going each week. All right, and I'm going to top off the night by saying support local music. Have a good night, guys.